Money flows to those who understand this. To the dreamer who knows there's more to life than working hard and getting by, this is your message. You were never meant to struggle for money. You were born with a divine connection to abundance, a source that never runs dry. But here's what most people miss. Money doesn't respond to hustle alone. It responds to understanding. There are laws unseen, unbreakable spiritual laws that govern wealth. The people who succeed in every economy, in every season, are not always the smartest or the busiest. They are the ones who understand how energy, thought, and belief create reality. They don't chase money, they attract it. They don't fear scarcity, they expect supply. Because wealth isn't something you earn once, it's something you align with every single day. If you're tired of lack, if you're done with worry, if you're ready to shift from surviving to thriving, then listen closely. These 10 steps will open your eyes, raise your energy, and shift the way money flows into your life, not by chance, but by choice. Let's begin the transformation. 1. Speak the word of wealth daily. Before money ever shows up in your hands, it appears in your words. What you speak, you begin to believe. What you believe, you begin to attract. And what you attract, you begin to live. You may think your words are just harmless expressions, but they're not. They're instructions. Every time you speak about your financial situation, you're either planting seeds of abundance or reinforcing roots of lack. So here's the truth. You must speak wealth long before you see it. Speak it in the morning. Speak it when you're tired. Speak it when nothing in your bank account has changed. Because your voice is a magnet. When you say, "I always have more than enough," you are aligning yourself with the reality of abundance. When you declare, "Money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways," you are opening the gates for prosperity to find you. And when you say, "I am a magnet for wealth," you are calling money home, not from desperation, but from confidence. The words you speak are not passive, they are powerful. They carry energy, and energy creates experience. You don't have to wait until you feel rich to speak like you are. You don't have to wait for your situation to change before your confession does. You are not lying to yourself when you speak prosperity. You are leading yourself. You are guiding your subconscious mind to a new direction, and that direction leads to overflow. Too often people speak their fear more than their faith. They say, "I can't afford that. I'm always broke. Money just slips through my fingers." And the universe listens. It responds. It obeys. But today that changes. You are no longer going to use your words to describe your lack. You will use them to create your abundance. Every time you speak with purpose, you activate a force greater than you can see. So begin today. Say aloud, "I am aligned with wealth. I speak wealth. I live wealth." Say, "Every dollar I need flows to me with divine ease." Say, "I am connected to an unlimited source of supply." Say it until your voice carries conviction. Say it until your mind starts to believe it. Say it until your life has no choice but to match it. You may feel strange at first. You may feel like you're pretending. That's normal. But understand this. Everything new feels unfamiliar at first. Everything powerful requires practice. When you speak words of wealth, you're not just saying something. You're scripting your reality. The most successful people in the world didn't wait for circumstances to change. They changed their self-talk first. They reprogrammed their mind by speaking abundance, consistently, deliberately, unapologetically, and you can do the same. Build a daily ritual. Wake up and say, "Money is attracted to me. My life is filled with financial breakthroughs. I give freely and receive abundantly." Before you go to sleep, say, "I am grateful for the financial miracles that are on their way. I trust in divine timing and perfect provision. My wealth is always growing." Even in the middle of the day when things feel uncertain, whisper, "I am safe, I am secure. Money is on its way to me now." This is not wishful thinking. This is spiritual law. You get what you speak, because your words tune your vibration. You can't speak lack all day and expect abundance. You can't curse your finances and expect them to bless you. You must align every word with the life you desire. The world may tell you it's about hard work alone, but many people work hard their entire lives and still struggle. The truth is, money flows to those who understand its frequency, and your words are the when you speak abundance, You raise your frequency. When you raise your frequency, you open doors, and when you open doors, opportunity walks in. You don't need to force it. You don't need to beg. You need to declare it, feel it, and expect it. So from this moment on, make a vow. I will no longer speak against my future. I will no longer declare limitation. I will no longer repeat the language of fear. Instead, I speak life. I speak freedom. I speak prosperity. I speak as one who knows that the universe is friendly, that supply is unlimited, and that wealth is mine by right of alignment. Every time I open my mouth, I create. So today I create a wealthy life, word by word, because money flows, not to those who chase it, but to those who understand it. 2. Eliminate fear-based thinking. If there's one thing that silently blocks wealth from entering your life, it's fear. Not a lack of opportunity, not a lack of education, not even a lack of hard work. It's fear. Subtle, quiet, and deeply rooted. Fear of not having enough. Fear of losing what you have. Fear that you're not capable. Fear that you're too late, too old, too behind. But here's the truth. Fear is not reality. It's just a perspective. And if you don't deal with it, it will shape your entire financial future. You cannot hold the vibration of abundance while carrying the emotion of fear. You cannot attract wealth if your dominant energy is worry. The two are not compatible. Fear lowers your frequency, and when your frequency is low, you become invisible to the very opportunities you're asking for. It doesn't matter how good your plan is, how hard you work, or how many hours you put in. If you carry fear in your energy, you will repel the very thing you want. Because money doesn't respond to panic, it responds to peace, to confidence, to trust. So if you're truly ready to shift into abundance, the first thing you must release is fear. Let it go. Let go of the fear that you're going to run out. Let go of the fear that there's not enough. Let go of the fear that others are lucky and you're not. Let go of the fear that success isn't meant for you. Because none of it is true. It's a lie you've repeated for so long it's started to feel like truth. But it's not. You weren't born with fear, you were taught it. You picked it up from family, from culture, from trauma, from media. But now it's time to drop it. Because as long as fear is in the driver's seat, abundance cannot get in the car. You might say, I'm afraid because I don't know how things will work out. I'm afraid because the bills are due. I'm afraid because it's never worked for me before. And that's understandable. Fear is a natural emotion. But just because it's natural doesn't mean it's helpful. Fear doesn't keep you safe, it keeps you stuck. It doesn't protect you, it prevents you. What you need is not fear. What you need is because faith and fear are the same thing. Focused energy on something that hasn't happened yet. One expects the worst, the other expects the best. So choose wisely. Every time you start to worry, stop and ask yourself, what am I choosing to believe right now? Am I choosing to believe that I'll fail, or that things are working out for me in ways I can't yet see? Am I choosing to believe I'll always struggle, or that new doors are opening for me behind the scenes? Remember this, you don't eliminate fear by pretending it's not there. You eliminate fear by replacing it with a stronger truth. And the strongest truth is this: you are connected to a limitless source. You are not alone. You are supported, guided, and held. There is a divine flow, and when you step into alignment, you will never be left behind. Every time fear creeps in, speak this over your life. I release all fear about money. I trust that everything I need is already on the way. I do not walk alone. Divine support surrounds me. I am always provided for. There is no shortage. I live in an abundant universe. Fear is not my truth. Faith is. Say it over and over until your nervous system starts to believe it. Until your body begins to relax. Until peace becomes your baseline. Because when peace is your baseline, money flows more easily. Think about it. When you are relaxed, you make better decisions. When you're calm, you're more creative. When you're confident, you speak with power. And when you speak with power, people listen. Opportunities appear, solutions arrive. But when you operate in fear, you shrink, you hesitate, you self-sabotage, you settle for less than you deserve. Not because you aren't capable, but because fear made you forget who you are. Let this be the moment you remember. You are powerful. You are worthy. You are more than your past, your debt, or your current struggle. You are designed for overflow. But to receive overflow, you must first eliminate overload, the mental overload of fear, Let it go. Breathe it out. Surrender the outcome. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to trust the next. And the next step is this: live like someone who believes supply is certain. That doesn't mean you ignore reality. It means you don't get controlled by it. You don't look at your bank account and panic. You look at it and say, this is temporary. Something greater is coming. You don't let a delayed payment define your destiny. You say, money is never late. It comes exactly when I need it. Because it does. You've already survived so many things you thought would break you. You've made it through situations that looked impossible, and somehow, some way, here you are. So why would you let fear lead now? Fear may knock at the door, but you don't have to invite it in. You don't have to let it stay. You don't have to make it comfortable. From this moment forward, you walk with faith that everything is working in your favor. Faith that what you need is on the way. Faith that no matter what it looks like, abundance is already yours. So every time fear shows up, speak louder. Every time worry comes, rise higher. Every time doubt whispers, declare the truth boldly. Say it with me now. I release all fear about money. I am safe. I am supported. I am supplied. Everything I need is already finding its way to me. I walk in abundance, and I lack nothing. Let that be your new mindset. Let that be your new rhythm. Let that be your new reality. Because fear no longer lives here. Faith does, and money flows, not to those who fearfully grasp for it, but to those who boldly believe it's already theirs. 3. See money as energy, not struggle. What if everything you believed about money was wrong? What if money wasn't something you chase, hustle for, or fight over? What if money was simply energy? Because that's the truth. Money is not paper. Money is not numbers. Money is energy. It responds to the energy you carry, the emotions you project, and the beliefs you hold. And once you truly understand this, your entire financial life will change. We've been taught that money is hard, that it only comes to those who work 16-hour days, that it's reserved for a lucky few, that it's the result of struggle, sacrifice, and stress. But here's what you were never told. Money doesn't care how hard you work. Money doesn't care how long you grind. Money flows toward alignment, not exhaustion. And energy is the language of alignment. You see, everything in your life is made of energy. Your thoughts, your emotions, your decisions, your habits, they all carry a frequency, and that frequency either draws money in or pushes it away. So here's the shift. Stop thinking of money as a thing. Start seeing it as a vibration. Money is simply a mirror. It reflects back to you the way you feel about yourself, your worth, and your world. If you feel lack, it reflects lack. If you feel fear, it reflects chaos. If you feel guilt, it reflects struggle. But if you feel aligned, if you feel abundant, safe, grateful, money responds in kind. Because energy is magnetic, and the stronger your energy, the faster you attract. You don't need to be a financial expert. You don't need to be a financial expert. You don't need to be a millionaire already. You just need to understand the flow. And the flow says this: you are not separate from abundance. You are part of it. You are not here to chase. You are here to receive. To receive, you must match the vibration of what you desire. Think about water for a moment. It flows to where it is open. It doesn't force. It doesn't strive. It simply moves toward alignment. Money is the same. It flows to those who are energetically open, not stressed, not desperate, not afraid, open, calm, confident, clear. So if money hasn't been flowing into your life the way you want it to, ask yourself, what am I really projecting? Am I sending out an energy of trust, or tension, of faith, or frustration, of certainty, or confusion? Because your outer world is simply a reflection of your inner world. You don't change your finances by working harder. You change them by shifting your frequency. You shift your frequency by shifting your beliefs, your words, and your emotions. When you see money as energy, you begin to treat it differently. You respect it, but you don't fear it. You appreciate it, but you don't cling to it. You expect it, but you don't chase it. You understand that money flows where peace grows. And if you can master your internal peace, you'll never have to fight for external riches. So how do you begin? You start by becoming aware of how you feel when you think about money. Do you feel anxious? Do you feel tight in your chest? Do you feel panic, guilt, or shame? If so, those emotions are creating energetic resistance. And where there is resistance, there can be no flow. Your job is not to control money. Your job is to clear the blocks, clear the fear, clear the shame, clear the limiting beliefs that say those beliefs are energetic walls and it's time to knock them down. Because money doesn't flow to those who are perfect. It flows to those who are aligned. Alignment means your thoughts, emotions, and expectations match the reality you want to live. If you want abundance, think abundantly. If you want overflow, feel grateful for what you already have. If you want wealth, speak it, live it, and expect it. This isn't about pretending, it's about energetically preparing. You don't wait for the money to come before you change your energy. You change your energy so the money can come. Imagine for a moment that money is like a radio station. If you're tuned to 89.9 lakh FM, you'll hear struggle, scarcity, and stress. But if you shift the dial to thou 101.1 Abundance FM, you begin to pick up new ideas, new people, new income streams, and divine timing. The station is always broadcasting. The question is, what frequency are you tuned to? Tune yourself daily. Before you open your phone, before you check the numbers, before you react to your circumstances. Start your day by saying, I am aligned with wealth. I am open to receive money from known and unknown sources. Money is energy, and I am a match for prosperity. I don't chase money. I attract it through the power of who I am. Say it with feeling. Feel it in your body. Imagine what it looks like. And then walk through your day like someone who already knows it's coming. Because when you carry the energy of abundance, the universe has no choice but to respond. You begin to get ideas you never had before. You begin to see doors you never noticed. You begin to meet people who are aligned with your journey. This is not magic. This is magnetism. The law of resonance says, like attracts like. What you feel, you multiply. So if you want more, feel more. Feel joy. Feel confidence, feel calm, feel worthy, because money flows where worthiness is felt. It flows where energy is elevated. It flows where hearts are open. You don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to beg. You don't have to live in fear. All you need is to shift. Shift your energy. Shift your mindset. Shift your story, and the money will follow. Not because you chased it, but because you matched it. So remember this. Money is not the reward for stress. It is the reward for alignment. And when your energy is in the right place, money becomes inevitable. 4. Tithe and circulate with joy. You say you want to receive more income, more opportunities, more freedom. But here's the truth most people avoid. You can't receive freely if you don't give freely. This is the law of circulation, the spiritual law that governs money, wealth, energy, and flow. Everything you hold on to in fear becomes stagnant. Everything you release in faith multiplies. You see, money is not just energy. It's meant to move. It wants to flow. It wants to grow. It wants to be part of something meaningful. But when you grip it with fear, when you hold every dollar with the mindset of I might lose this, you stop the current, you stop the flow, and you stop the abundance from finding its way back to you. So what's the shift? Give, circulate, share, tithe, not from fear, not from obligation, not to impress anyone, but from joy, from love, from alignment, because giving from the right energy does something no budget ever can. It activates the flow of spiritual wealth. Let's be clear, we're not talking about giving as sacrifice, we're talking about giving as alignment, because true giving doesn't decrease you, it expands you. Every time you give with an open heart, you're making a bold declaration. I believe in abundance. I trust that there's more where that came from. I am not afraid of lack, because lack is not my truth. The most powerful act of faith in the realm of money is giving. Not just giving when it's easy, not just giving when there's extra, but giving as a spiritual principle, a declaration of trust in divine supply. And that's what tithing truly is. Not a religious rule, not a guilt-driven act, but a sacred alignment with flow. Tithing is simply this: returning a portion of what you receive to the source that spiritually feeds you. That could be a mentor, a teacher, a cause, a movement, someone who lifts your spirit and expands your consciousness. When you give to those who lift you, you're not losing money, you're planting it in fertile ground, and anything planted in fertile ground must return multiplied. But here's the key: the power is in the joy. Giving in fear creates resistance. Giving in joy creates flow. So give with gratitude, give with expectation, give with celebration. Say it out loud: every time I give, I grow. Every dollar I circulate comes back to me multiplied. I give freely and I receive richly. The universe keeps perfect records. You will never outgive the source of your supply. You will never be diminished by generosity, only expanded by it. Now you may be thinking, but I don't have enough to give. I can barely take care of myself right now. That's fear speaking, and fear is a liar. Giving is not about the amount, it's about the energy behind it. Even the smallest seed, when planted with faith, can produce a forest. Even one act of generosity can open the windows of heaven over your life. You can start small. You can start with what you have. Give a portion of your income, no matter how small. Support a cause. Buy someone a coffee. Send a donation to a teacher or voice that lifts you. Not because you have to, but because you get to. Because in that moment you're saying, I am not in lack. I am in overflow. I am not stuck. I am circulating. I am not afraid. I am aligned. Let this truth settle deep in your soul. What you give with joy never leaves your life. It returns multiplied. But the multiplication doesn't always come from where you gave. You might support a mentor and receive a promotion from your job. You might donate to a cause and receive unexpected income the next week. You might give to someone in need and suddenly find your own needs miraculously met. This is the beauty of divine circulation. The return doesn't come in a straight line, but it always comes. So don't give to get. Give to align. Give to say, I trust. Give to say, I believe. Give to say, I know that money is not my source. Abundance. When you give, you are no longer begging the universe for more. You're proving that you're already tapped into the flow. And when the universe sees that, it says, let's give them more. They understand. They're ready. Because the more you circulate, the more you expand, the more you share, the more you receive, the more you release, the more is returned. This is not theory. This is law. You cannot give without receiving. It may not come back instantly, but it always comes. In divine timing, in divine ways, in divine measure. So from today, make giving part of your abundance practice. Not just something you do, but something you live. Make it part of your mindset. Make it part of your financial rhythm. Make it part of your spiritual alignment. Let giving become your joy. Let generosity become your identity. Let circulation become your currency. Say it again with me now. I give with joy. I circulate freely. I am connected to unlimited supply. What I give comes back multiplied. I walk in flow, not fear. Let this become your truth. Because money is not meant to be hoarded. It's meant to move. It's meant to heal. It's meant to help. It's meant to expand. And every time you circulate with joy, you create space for more. So be bold. Be generous. Be aligned. Because money flows, not to those who grip it tightly, but to those who trust the law of giving and receiving. The law that says, when you give with joy, you will never lack again. 5. Use powerful prosperity affirmations. Your thoughts shape your reality, but your words give those thoughts power. There is a hidden force that can transform your finances, your confidence, and your future. And it's not outside of you, it's right here. In your mouth, in your voice, in your spoken word. This is the power of affirmations. Affirmations are not just positive thinking. They are energetic commands. They are spiritual declarations. They are your instructions to the universe in your subconscious mind, saying, this is who I am now. Words are not neutral. They carry vibration. They carry intention. They carry creation. When you say, I am a magnet for wealth, you're not hoping, you're choosing. When you say, I am open to receive abundance, you're not asking, you're aligned. And when you say, everything I need is already on the way, You're not guessing, you're trusting in divine timing. Let this truth settle deep inside you. What you affirm, you attract. If you keep repeating, I'm broke, I never have enough, money just doesn't stick with me, then you are training your mind, your energy, and your actions to match that exact belief. And the universe, it will mirror what you believe. But when you change your words, you start to change your world, because affirmations are not just for when things are going well, they are especially for when they are not. They are your shield, they are your sword, they are your reset button. In times of fear, speak peace. In moments of doubt, speak certainty. In seasons of lack, speak overflow. Because you don't wait for circumstances to align to speak abundance. You speak abundance to shift the circumstance. This is how spiritual wealth is built, not by external luck, but by internal declaration. Start your mornings with power. Wake up and say, I am rich in mind, spirit, and resources. Money flows to me with ease and joy. Feel the difference? These aren't just empty words. They are codes. Codes that rewrite your mental programming and recalibrate your energy field. And here's the beauty. You don't have to believe them fully yet. You just have to plant them. Because once they're planted in your subconscious, your inner world will begin to shift, and your outer world will follow. Affirmations are like seeds. You speak them, water them daily, and soon, the results begin to bloom in your reality. Let's speak them right now, with emotion, with belief, and with authority. And with authority, I am connected to the flow of infinite wealth. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. I am worthy of wealth, success, and freedom. The more I give, the more I receive. My income increases constantly. I live in a state of financial ease. I attract people, ideas, and situations that grow my wealth. Every day I become more financially empowered. I have more than enough. Always. Wealth is my natural state. Let these sink in. Don't just say them, feel them. Speak them while looking in the mirror. Speak them while walking through your day. Speak them when fear tries to rise. Speak them when doubt creeps in. Because when fear is loud, your faith must be louder. Affirmations are your spiritual armor. They're your tool to shift your state instantly. To go from anxiety to peace, from chaos to clarity, from lack to overflow. But here's the secret most people miss. Repetition creates belief. Even if it feels awkward or fake at first, keep going. Even if your current reality doesn't match the words, keep going. Why? Because affirmations are not describing what is. They are declaring what will be. They are shaping your future reality, not confirming your present condition. And over time, something magical happens. Your subconscious mind accepts the new beliefs. Your nervous system relaxes. Your decisions shift. You start to act like someone who believes, and your life rises to meet your new identity. This is transformation. This is reprogramming. This is personal wealth mastery from the inside out. Now let's talk rhythm. Make affirmations part of your daily flow, not just a one-time ritual. In the morning, speak them before checking your phone. Midday, repeat them to refocus your mind. At night, whisper them before you sleep, allowing your subconscious to absorb them deeply. Write them on sticky notes. Put them on your mirror. Make them your phone background. Let them become the soundtrack of your mind. Because the voice you hear the most is your own, so make sure it's building you, not breaking you. Here are a few more affirmations you can add to your daily ritual. I deserve to live a life of luxury and generosity. Because the wealth you're seeking is already seeking you, but it can only recognize you when you speak its language. And affirmations are the language of abundance. You want to raise your income, raise your voice. You want to grow your wealth, grow your belief. You want to change your bank account, change your inner conversation. This is your power. This is your gift. This is your access point to the flow. So from this day forward, stop saying what you don't want. Stop affirming what you fear. Stop giving voice to lack. Instead, choose your words like you're writing the script of your next chapter. Because you are. You are the author. You are the architect. You are the creator. And with every affirmation, you are building the life your soul has always known is possible. So speak it, live it, feel it, and walk like someone who knows your words have power, and that power creates wealth. 6. Forgive all debts and mental blocks. There is one force more powerful than strategy, effort, or hustle when it comes to wealth, and that force is forgiveness. It might not be the step you expected. It might not be what most financial experts talk about, but it's the one that separates temporary gain from lasting abundance. Because here's the truth: you cannot hold on to resentment and expect to rise. You cannot walk in overflow while dragging chains of the past. You cannot become wealthy while silently blaming, regretting, or punishing. Your energy must be clear, and nothing clears the energy field like true, deep, soul-level forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't weakness. It's not letting someone off the hook. It's not pretending nothing happened. It's letting go of the weight that is holding you back. It's you saying, I choose peace over pain. I choose flow over friction. I choose freedom over resentment. Because every grudge, every old wound, every debt you're mentally carrying is costing you. Not just emotionally, not just spiritually, but financially. Wealth needs a clear channel to flow through. And you are that channel. If your heart is heavy, your channel is blocked. So let's look at what you might be holding on to. Do you feel bitterness toward people who seem to have more than you? Are you secretly ashamed of past mistakes you made with money? Are you carrying guilt for decisions you regret? Are you still thinking about debts, not just owed to you but the ones you owe? These are not just thoughts, they're energetic weights. And until they are released, abundance will always feel just out of reach. It doesn't matter how many affirmations you say. It doesn't matter how many hours you work. If you're still carrying shame, blame, or guilt, you are resisting the very flow you're praying for. So let's go deep now. Let's clear the path. Let's release the weights. Step 1. Forgive yourself. This is the most important forgiveness of all. Forgive yourself for the money mistake, for the poor decisions, for the overspending, for the loans you shouldn't have taken, for the time you trusted the wrong person, for the moments you ignored your intuition. You are not that version of yourself anymore. You did the best you could with the awareness you had at the time. You were learning, you were growing, and every single mistake was part of your journey toward wisdom and wealth. Say it aloud and say it like you mean it. I forgive myself for all money mistakes, past and present. I release all shame. I am growing wiser every day. I am proud of how far I've come. I am worthy of abundance, even with my past. Because you cannot punish yourself into prosperity. You can only love yourself into alignment. Let the past go. The real you, the powerful, wise, aligned you, is not defined by yesterday. Step 2. Forgive others. This one's hard, but it's necessary. The friend who borrowed money and never paid you back. The employer who underpaid and undervalued you. The business partner who broke your trust. The people who judged you, doubted you, left you behind. You may feel justified in your anger, but your anger is not hurting them, it's blocking you. Forgiveness is not approval, it's release. It's saying, I let them go, and by doing so I set myself free. This does not mean you welcome them back into your life. It means you welcome abundance back into your life. Because nothing repels prosperity faster than holding resentment. Let the energy go, not because they deserve it, but because you do. Say it now, Tao. I forgive all who have hurt me financially. I release them and reclaim my power. No debt is worth blocking my flow. As I forgive, I rise. Forgiveness creates space. And into that space, wealth flows. Step 3. Forgive your situation. Maybe your childhood lacked money. Maybe your community struggled. Maybe you were never taught how to manage, attract, or multiply wealth. And maybe you spent years saying things like, no one ever showed me how. It's harder for people like me. And you may be right, but here's the powerful truth. You are not limited by where you started. You are liberated by where you choose to go. Your past is not your prison, it's your preparation. And forgiveness is how you stop retelling the old story and start writing a new one. Say this out loud. I forgive the past. I release all blame. I bless the journey that led me here. I choose to rise, no matter how I began. My story is a comeback story, and I am the author. When you release old pain, you make space for new power. Step 4. Forgive all debts in mind. This is a powerful step, and it may stretch you. There may be people who owe you, not just money, but apologies, support, or time. There may be debts you feel the world hasn't paid you. But holding on to those mental IOUs drains your energy. You don't have to call them, you don't need to reach out. Just make the declaration in your soul. I cancel the debt, I am no longer waiting for repayment to move forward. I release all mental contracts that tie me to the past. And if you carry financial debt, affirm this instead of fear. I bless my debts with gratitude. They are being cleared in divine timing and order. I do not panic, I align. Wealth is flowing toward me now. Debt is not your identity. It is a temporary condition. And the more peace you bring to it, the faster it dissolves. Closing truth. Forgiveness is a wealth magnet. It raises your frequency. It unlocks stuck energy. It clears your path. When you forgive, you are saying to the universe, I'm ready now. I am open. I trust again. You become lighter, brighter, freer, more magnetic. Because true wealth doesn't just fill your account, it fills your heart. Let go, rise up, and walk forward knowing this. You are no longer a prisoner of the past. You are a master of your energy. And now that your heart is clear, wealth is free to find you. 7. Visualize abundance daily. Before anything appears in your hands, it must first appear in your mind. Everything you see around you, every home, every business, every invention, every dollar earned, it all started as an idea, a mental picture, a vision. This is your greatest creative power, the ability to visualize your abundant life into existence. Visualization isn't daydreaming. It's not fantasy. It's not hoping or wishing. Visualization is mental construction. It's rehearsing your future so clearly in your imagination that your body, your energy, and your decisions begin to align with it. Your mind doesn't know the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. So when you visualize daily, and do it with emotion, you begin to shift your identity, your vibration, and your reality. You're not just thinking about wealth, you're becoming the kind of person who creates and receives it. Because wealth isn't something you chase, it's something you allow, by becoming the version of yourself that lives in alignment with it. And visualization is the doorway into that version of you. So here's the shift. Stop waiting for wealth to appear. Start seeing it as already yours. Aim. Create a clear mental picture. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Now ask yourself, what does my abundant life truly look like? Where do I live? What kind of space surrounds me? What do the floors feel like under my feet? What scent is in the air? What kind of light comes through the windows? What do I wear? What kind of work do I do? How do I feel waking up in the morning? Who do I spend my time with? How do I give back? What am I creating? What kind of impact am I making? Be specific, because the more detailed your vision, the more magnetic it becomes. Don't just see a number in your bank account. Visualize the ease that number brings. Visualize how it feels to pay bills with joy. Visualize the freedom to travel, to bless others, to rest without guilt. Let the picture grow vivid in your mind, because this picture is not a dream, it's a preview of what's to come. How does it feel to have money flow to you effortlessly? What's the feeling of financial safety, of overflow, of freedom? What does it feel like to make a purchase without overthinking? To give freely, tip generously, invest confidently. Feel that feeling. Let it rise in your chest. Let it smile through your face. Let it relax your body. Because when you feel the vibration of wealth, you are becoming wealth. You're no longer wishing, you're remembering. You're no longer reaching, you're embodying. And the universe always responds to embodiment. So make it a daily ritual. This is not a one-time thing. Visualization is not magic, it's mental conditioning. Just like going to the gym trains your body, visualizing trains your mind to expect success. And what you expect, you attract. So each day, even for just 5 or 10 minutes, sit in stillness. Close your eyes, turn inward, and see your abundant life. Walk through it in your mind like it's already done. Smell it, hear it, taste it. Feel the gratitude, feel the joy, feel the flow. Do this before you check your phone. Do it before you react to your current circumstances. Because you're not reacting, you're creating. Let your inner world set the tone for your outer world. Say to yourself, I am the architect of my reality. I see my wealth clearly, and it is already on the way. I no longer chase abundance, I align with it. What I imagine with belief, I receive with certainty. And just like a farmer doesn't dig up the seed every day to check its progress, you don't need to obsess about the how or when. Your job is not to force the growth. Your job is to nurture the vision. Keep showing up, keep imagining, Keep believing, because every time you visualize your future, you are watering that seed, and soon it will sprout in ways that surprise you. You'll begin to notice synchronicities, new opportunities, ideas and solutions you never thought of, people who resonate with your energy, sudden shifts in your finances, your habits, your momentum. This is not random. This is the fruit of vision. They expect disappointment, and then they wonder why abundance doesn't show up. But now you are doing something different. You are choosing to rewrite the script, to project the life you want, not repeat the one you fear, because the mind is a projector, and reality is the screen. Change the film, and you change the outcome. So let go of the old movie. No more rehearsing failure. No more imagining worst-case scenarios. No more picturing not enough. Replace it with a new reel, one of joy, one of freedom, one of purpose and power and peace. And then, watch how the outer world begins to mirror the new image. Closing visualization. Let's do it together. Right now. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and release. Now picture yourself in a place that represents financial freedom. You are standing in your dream home. The sun is shining through clean windows. You hear peace in the silence. No pressure, no panic, just calm. You walk through a kitchen you love. You see a table with more than enough food. You open your laptop and see your accounts thrive, overflowing. You smile. You feel safe. You feel proud. You feel free. Now, feel gratitude. Gratitude as if it's already happened. Because in the unseen it already has. Stay here for a few moments. Let this become your new normal. This is who you are. This is what you're aligned with. This is what's already on its way. You don't need to figure it all out. You just need to see it, feel it, expect it, trust it. Because money flows, not to those who hustle harder, but to those who see it clearly, feel it daily, and walk like it's already done. 8. Act as if you already are wealthy. One of the most powerful secrets to attracting money is this simple yet profound truth. You become what you act like. Your actions are the physical expression of your inner beliefs. Your habits are the footprints of your mindset, and your daily behaviors shape the life you live. If you want wealth, if you want financial freedom, if you want abundance that lasts, you must begin to act as if you already are wealthy. Now, this doesn't mean you pretend to have millions while drowning in debt. It doesn't mean you fake it with reckless spending or empty bravado. No. It means living in alignment with the energy and identity of abundance, right now, regardless of your current bank balance. Because your outer world follows your inner world, and your inner world is revealed by your actions. The power of acting as if. Imagine for a moment the person you want to become. How do they behave? What do they prioritize? What habits do they keep? How do they speak about money? How do they treat themselves and others? Now start to mirror that person, not to deceive, but to align, because your subconscious mind can't tell the difference between your real self and your acted self. It only registers the signals you send, and when you send signals of abundance, confidence, and financial wisdom, your mind begins to adjust. Your feelings follow your actions. Your beliefs follow your feelings. Your reality follows your beliefs. That's the power of acting as if. Practical ways to act wealthy today. So how do you start acting wealthy before the money arrives? Here are key habits to build today. Create a budget. Pay bills on time. Handle your finances with care. This shows your subconscious you are responsible and ready for more. Investing in yourself is a signal to the universe that you value your future. It increases your confidence and capability. Maintain a positive money mindset. Wealthy people don't complain about money. They don't dwell on scarcity. They focus on possibilities, solutions, and opportunities. Guard your language. Replace "I can't afford that" with "How can I afford that?" You ass. Dress for success, even if it's casual. You don't need designer suits to act wealthy. But you do need to present yourself with care and confidence. Wear clean, neat clothes. Keep your posture strong. Smile often. This signals self-worth and readiness. Practice generosity. As we talked about earlier, circulation is key. Wealthy people give, they share, they support causes and people. Generosity shifts energy and invites more abundance. Build a vision board or reminder of your goals. Wealthy people keep their goals front and center. Create visual reminders of your financial goals. Look at them daily. This keeps your focus sharp and your actions aligned. Surround yourself with wealthy influences. Spend time with people who have the mindset and habits you aspire to. Consume books, podcasts, and videos that inspire abundance. Your environment shapes your behavior. It's the result of consistent aligned action over time. So start small. Be intentional about the choices you make every day. Pay a little more attention to your money. Make a better financial decision. Learn a new skill. Save a bit more. Celebrate each small victory, because every small act is a brick in your foundation of wealth. And as you act wealthy, you will feel wealthy. You will think wealthy. And eventually you will be wealthy. It's about confident patience. You act wealthy not because the money has arrived, but because you know it's already on the way. You live your life as though abundance is your natural state, while remaining open and calm about the timing and form of its arrival. This balance between action and surrender is crucial. Too much forcing creates stress. Too much waiting creates stagnation. Act wealthy but trust the process. But your future is written by the actions you take today. Start acting as the person who has overcome those struggles. Show up on time. Be responsible. Make smart decisions. Treat money like a tool, not a treasure. This rewrites your story in your subconscious mind. You're no longer the person who worries about money. You're the person who commands it with respect and wisdom. Affirm it through action. Repeat after me. I act with confidence and responsibility. I live as the person I'm becoming. My actions create my financial reality. Make these your mantra. Let your behavior back up your words. To Biplis, the magnetic effect. Acting wealthy creates a magnetic effect. When you behave like someone who is financially free, you attract opportunities that match that energy. Employers, clients, investors, and partners notice confidence and responsibility. Doors open, connections deepen, paths appear. Your outer world will begin to reflect your inner changes, and you won't be chasing anymore. You'll be attracting, no matter your current balance, no matter your past mistakes, no matter the doubts. You can choose to act as if your abundance has already arrived. Because wealth is not just about money. It's about mindset, habits, and identity. Choose today to walk the path of the wealthy, with dignity, with clarity, with joy, and watch how your life transforms. Remember this: you are wealth in motion. You are abundance in action. And when you act wealthy, the universe must respond. 9. Build multiple streams of income. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, and money is already flowing into your life, even while you sleep. Not from one source, but from many. Your bank account doesn't depend on a single paycheck, a single client, or a single business. You've created a web of income streams, a safety net, a wealth machine. This is the power of multiple streams of income. And it's a mindset as much as a strategy, because when you rely on one source alone, you're vulnerable. One setback, a job loss, a market dip, a client walking away, and everything feels unstable. But when you diversify your income, you create financial resilience and freedom. You create a flow that's flexible, abundant, and unstoppable. Why multiple streams matter? The world is changing faster than ever. Jobs evolve, markets shift, technologies disrupt, and the old model of one job for life no longer guarantees security. Building multiple streams of income is no longer optional. It's essential. Think of it like a river with many tributaries. If one dries up, the others keep flowing. Multiple income streams mean this is how the wealthy multiply their wealth, by creating varied, consistent, and reliable sources of cash flow. It's trading time for dollars, like a job or freelancing. Important, but limited by hours in a day. Profit, income. This comes from buying and selling, your business profits. When you run a business or sell products, your earnings come from the difference between revenue and cost. Interest income. Money earned from investments like savings accounts, bonds, or lending. This is passive, your money working for you. Rental income. Money from leasing property, whether real estate or other assets. It's a steady stream that doesn't require you to trade time. Capital gains. Profit from selling assets, like stocks, property, or businesses at a higher price than you bought them. Royalties. Earnings from creative work, books, music, patents, or trademarks. Once created, these can generate income repeatedly. Start small. Think big. You don't have to build all streams overnight. Start with one new income stream beside your primary job. Maybe it's selling a product online. Maybe it's investing in stocks or mutual funds. Maybe it's renting out a spare room. Maybe it's creating digital content that can earn royalties. Take one step, even a small one, toward diversifying your income. Because action builds momentum. New mindset shifts for multiple income streams. To succeed in building multiple streams, you must change your thinking. From fear to curiosity. Don't be afraid to try new things. See every failure as a lesson, not a defeat. From instant to patient, building income streams takes time. Be patient and consistent. From fixed to flexible. Be willing to adapt and pivot when needed. Practical steps to build multiple income streams. Educate yourself. Learn about different income types. Read books. Listen to podcasts. Take courses. Create a plan. Set clear goals for each income stream. Outline steps, timeline, and resources. Take action. Start small but start now. Whether it's launching a side hustle or investing a small amount, action is key. Automate and delegate. As your streams grow, automate processes and delegate tasks. This turns active income into passive income. The freedom of financial resilience. When you build multiple streams, you're no longer dependent on luck or chance. You create a system that works for you, even when you're resting, traveling, or spending time with loved ones. This freedom is priceless. It allows you to take risks without fear. Pursue passion projects. Give generously. Build legacy wealth. Azalisden, balance and focus. While multiple streams are powerful, don't spread yourself too thin. Focus on quality, not just quantity. Choose streams that align with your values and strengths. Balance your energy so you avoid burnout. Remember, wealth isn't just money, it's peace, freedom, and fulfillment. Closing inspiration. The path to abundance is not a single road. It's a web of possibilities, each one a new opportunity for growth. Start building your streams today. Start creating a life where money flows from many channels. Believe in your ability to create, diversify, and multiply your wealth, because you are the architect of your financial destiny. And with multiple streams of income, you build a river that never runs dry. 10. Maintain gratitude and give back. You've worked hard. You've learned. You've transformed your mindset, your habits, your life. Now, here is the final, and perhaps the most powerful step of all. Maintain gratitude and give back. This step is the secret that turns wealth from a fleeting goal into a lifelong, overflowing blessing. Because true abundance is not just about accumulation, it's about circulation, the power of gratitude. Gratitude is more than a polite thank you. It's a deep, heartfelt recognition of all the good in your life, seen and unseen. When you cultivate gratitude, you shift your focus from what's missing to what's already present. You stop chasing and start appreciating. You raise your vibration, and with it, your ability to attract more blessings. Gratitude rewires your brain for positivity. It reduces stress, it opens your heart, and this emotional state becomes a powerful magnet for wealth. Studies show that people who regularly practice gratitude sleep better, make wiser decisions, and experience more joy. In other words, gratitude is not just good for your soul, it's good for your bank account too. Gratitude multiplies wealth. Think about this: when you are grateful for what you have, you create space for more. You send a signal to the universe saying, I see the abundance around me. I appreciate it deeply. I am ready to receive more. Gratitude is like fertilizer for the seeds of wealth. Without it, your efforts can feel hollow. Your gains may be fleeting, your energy may become drained, but with gratitude, your wealth grows roots. It becomes stable, nourishing, and permanent. Daily gratitude practices. Make gratitude a daily habit. It's simple, yet transformative. Here are some powerful ways to practice gratitude every day. Daily gratitude journaling. Each morning or night, write down 3 to 5 things you are grateful for. They can be big or small: a roof over your head, a supportive friend, a new idea. Writing gratitude focuses your mind and amplifies positivity. Allow this feeling to fill your entire body. Express thanks to others. Tell people in your life that you appreciate them. Send a message, make a call, or simply smile and say thank you. Giving gratitude strengthens relationships and spreads positive energy. Visualize gratitude. During your daily visualization, imagine yourself surrounded by blessings. Feel gratitude for every dollar, every opportunity, every lesson. When you give back your time, money, knowledge, or resources, you complete the cycle of abundance. Giving back is not just about charity or obligation, it's about recognizing the interconnectedness of life. It's about sharing your blessings so they multiply. When you give from a place of gratitude and joy, you invite more blessings into your life. You become a conduit of abundance, not a bottleneck. Ways to give back. You don't have to wait until you're rich to start giving. Here are some ways to give back no matter where you are financially. Maybe to donate money to causes you believe in. Even small amounts help. Volunteer your time and skills to help others grow. Mentor someone who needs guidance. Share your knowledge freely through blogs, videos, or conversations. Support local businesses and artists. Days of practice random acts of kindness. A smile, a compliment, a helping hand. Giving back creates ripples that return to you in unexpected ways. The emotional impact of giving. Giving back is deeply fulfilling. It connects you to a higher purpose. It reminds you that wealth is not just for yourself, it's a tool to make the world better. This emotional connection strengthens your motivation and your resilience. When challenges come, and they will, you remember the impact of your generosity and keep moving forward. Gratitude and giving as a lifestyle. Make gratitude and giving back a core part of your identity. See yourself as a grateful receiver and a joyful giver. Celebrate every gift life gives you and share your gifts generously. This is how wealth becomes a blessing that lasts beyond you. This is how you build a legacy of abundance. Closing words. Now that you have this powerful final step, remember, gratitude and generosity open the doors for more wealth to flow. So start today. Count your blessings. Give what you can. Live with a grateful heart, and watch how your life transforms. Because the universe loves a grateful heart, and wealth loves a generous spirit. You are ready, you are worthy, you are abundant.